I'm not on for another 5 or 10 minutes. No, they just linked up. I won't be on for another 5 or 10 minutes.
I'm going to take this down. Do you want a cup of tea as well?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, perfect. I'm leaving you alone. I couldn't hear you if you spoke to me.
Good.
Oh, how does the room look where you're...
It looks fine. I'll show you. Can't show you the way because I'm...
Okay, it's all right. You've checked it out, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, the table is sort of covered up by me.
Okay, good. All right, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Break away.
Thank you. I can hear you fine, thank you. Yep. A little bit closer. How's that? Hang on, let me get the picture on. Sorry, a little bit less space over the head. Let me just see. How's that? Too much? How's that? No, it's something outside in the street. The window is closed. Yeah, unfortunately, they just started up about a half an hour ago. I know. Yeah, it's people out with the leaf blower outside. So hopefully they'll be gone within a couple of minutes. Me too. Let me just close the door. Yeah, there's a leaf blower in the street below, and hopefully it'll be gone within a couple of minutes. I don't know whether they're doing it. There's going to be a storm through here in the next day, and it'll blow everything away. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm getting out of town. I'm going to Australia on Saturday. Yep, yep. Steve and who? Sorry. Eh, Oh, g'day, Steve and Andrew. Good to meet you. G'day. Good. Good. Roger. Well, it's not new. This is a cyclical phenomenon throughout human history. We've seen the movements of society going on eternally. But what we do see is when there's a massive shift in the global strategic architecture or regional strategic architecture, people tend to panic, they circle the wagons, and they gather around their special interest groups. And the special interest groups, which we see generally emerging throughout civilized history, are urban groups and rural groups. And that's what's happening again now. We saw with the end of the Cold War, and we started to see some changes in the global strategic architecture. The question of urbanization and globalization became critical. With the wealth which we saw growing after World War II, we saw massive freedom to move, freedom to buy, no need to regard national interests, sovereignty, or the protection of trade routes, the protection of one's own national enterprises, whether they're industrial or agricultural. But as things start to get a little more tense and uncertain economically and politically, people, as I say, start to rally around. And the urban globalist utopianists, if you like, want to keep the good old days going, where we saw 70 years or so of unfettered growth, and that's now over. So we're inevitably going back to an age of nationalism, where people circle the wagons, as I say, and look to their own people. Well, correct. Mm, correct. Well, absolutely. And you look at the first UN General Assembly speech by President Trump. He mentioned the word sovereignty 19 times. Exactly a year before, President Obama devoted his entire speech, in contradistinction, to absolutely campaigning against sovereignty. Now, nothing could have showed the difference between these two eras more dramatically than that. And yet this discrepancy, or this difference, was not noted by the US media or the global media at all. But what we were seeing was the world moving to the new era, and the new era is nationalism. That's not to say that globalism will not return again, but what we're seeing globally, look at the Brexit issue, look at the Hungary issue we're seeing emerging these days. This is all about people returning to identity, and identity around things which they know they value. They're, in the United States, the Constitution, the flag as a symbol, the Bill of Rights, and so on, Declaration of Independence. These are all critical elements to modern US identity, which overlay the smaller, if you like, countries of origin interests in the country. But we see that in Australia, Canada, throughout Europe. We're seeing it now in the Horn of Africa, this rush back to nationalism. And in 1990-91, when the Cold War collapsed, I said that the countries which go back to their national core first will be the ones which move fastest towards strategic dominance. And the Russians did that when they finally were able to overthrow the Soviet Union, and the Chinese themselves reinvented themselves as a nationalist party. So we're looking at this incredible movement, and the pace of this movement scares people. It scares the people in cities, particularly in the United States,